All right, guys, thank you for joining me tonight. Again, rather, excuse me. Um, yeah, so tonight we're gonna jump right into. We're gonna jump right the hell. Okay, we're gonna jump right into the nonsense, and the nonsense, guys, is getting worse. Let's go. Rat, excuse me. Thank you for the 5x5. Lexi, Evolving Media, Prep to Adapt, Flown Grown, Dobie, Jenny, Groundhog, Joe, thank you for the 5x5. Jason, what's going on? Juan, Renee, another friend, Maria, Rhonda, Off Grid, Chris, thank you for 5x5. Mitch, Raven, Keith, Jeep Dog, Teddy, Joseph, thank you for 5x5. Betty, Water Tiger, Keith in Arizona, thank you for the 5x5. Master Blaster, Windflower, thank you for the 5x5. F you all, Kathy, Mystical, thank you for the 5x5. Appreciate it as always. Christian, Tom, Crow, thank you for the 5x5. All right. So, guys, and Prep to Adapt, thank you for the 5x5 on Rumble. Appreciate it. So I figured out the Rumble problem with the Angry Truth. I have to stop one live stream to pick up, to start another one. Like, I have to completely end it. Because if I don't, it's a continuous live stream. So I had to figure that out the hard way. But yes, I'm also on Rumble as well. Anyway, Prepper Revelator, what's going on? Dan Phillips, thank you for the 5x5. So, guys, two things. I saw something earlier today, actually, and I'm watching this commercial, and I'm looking at the commercial, and the way the lady is moving. At first, I'm listening to what she's saying, so I'm sort of looking out of the corner of my eye. I'm at work. I'm listening to this commercial, and I look at the corner of my eye, and it's a lady talking about beetroot, right, or beets, and how beets are good for you, right? It's good for blood flow, shit like that. But there's a downside to too much beets in the system. Anyway, so she's talking and she's going on. I'm looking at the video and I go, that's AI. Now, again, this is not a person. This is a figure that was made up by a computer or somebody who prompted the computer to make this lady up to talk about beetroots. And as it goes, I'm looking at it. It looks pretty good. Like, once you stare at it, like at the corner of your eye, you think it's a person. But when you look at it, you're like, oh, I could see it. It's fake. But anyway, she's carrying on, and then people in the comment section are like, oh, why is this fucking robot telling us why to take beetroots and all this other shit? So anyway, I looked at that. I'm like, so we're gonna start seeing more of that. In fact, I have a buddy that I grew up with that lives. He doesn't live in a building, but his mother lives in a building, and he told me that there's an app where I stand in front of it on my phone or whatever it is. I stand in front, and like I do a video. And as I do the video, I either turn around or I turn my head side to side or something like that. As I'm doing the video, this app is recording that video and making an AI version of me. So then all I have to do is load it up into an AI program and type in the topic I want to talk about, tell it how long I want that video to be, put my normal intro and outro, right, in where it needs to be, and all I have to do is hit like enter. I don't know if it's enter, but just for argument's sake, I press return or enter, and that's it. This thing will push out videos by me prompting it to do so. Now, for those that don't know what prompting is where you tell the AI what you want. And the more detail you are about prompting, the better results you get, right? So I use ChatGPT to start my my online dating photography business, right? It's online dating profile photography business. And I gave it prompts on how to start the business, but I was exact and I was deliberate in what I wanted, and it gave me an exact plan on how to start the business. And I've been doing it, and I've been seeing results by way of getting a lot of shit done fast. All right. So now when you're prompting AI to do a video, you have to be specific. You have to also know what you want and what you don't want it to do. And you let it know that in the prompt. So more people are pushing these videos out and pictures of themselves. There's a chick I used to follow. Her name is Natalie 007, right? I think it's Natalie 007. She's by far one of the hottest chicks I've ever seen on the internet. Blonde, blue eyes, body is insane. She started using AI in way of her, in way of her using her actual body. And she started popping up on my feed again. And I'm like, why does she look so fake? And so I go on her page, and she's got a lot of AI pictures of her. So she's not even using herself anymore. She just prompts the AI to stand in front of a Christmas tree in a bikini, or stand in front of a snowbank with winter clothing on. And this is how she's prompting it. And so she's doing, stalking her. And so she's doing this by way of AI. And she's still getting the same views, which is bizarre. So now, enter OnlyFans and YouTube, both two different playing fields, if you will. People are prompting AI to make videos for them or content for them without them ever fucking having to do it again. Now, YouTube is going to change dramatically within the next couple of years. Now, YouTube might sorry, I was reading a comment. YouTube might ban it because there's a lot of checks and balances with using AI as far as making a video. Like, you have to let people know that it's AI rendered or whatever it is. So that's sort of good. But the more people start using AI, listen, once AI starts replacing my videos, which it will at some point, even the Canadian Prepper, the porn star, all of those big channels, they're going to start being replaced by AI, by people doing prepper videos with AI. Now, you can only go so far with it. You can only, right now, as we speak, you can only do talking heads. You can't have, like, the AI guy show you how to build some shit. At least not yet. That's coming. But once they start going that far, my channel is going to... And I would rather end my channel than use AI for me doing videos or using my likeness to do videos. I'm out on that shit. I will fucking implode my channel with dynamite and the whole 9 yards before I let fucking AI or even think about using AI in that manner. So, this is about being careful what we are seeing online, and we are seeing some incredible shit coming out. The AI they're using now for a lot of videos, right? So a lot of videos, there's a voice that's talking, and there's a program that allows you to, again, prompt the videos you want. And then the AI is pulling B-roll from wherever it's pulling it from and putting it into your video. And some of the B-roll is fucking horrendous. Like, it'll talk about war, and it'll take a scene from, like, War Horse. You're like, what the fuck is that? Anyway, it's getting pretty bad. So, what I mean is getting bad, I watched a video, a completely AI video, that was created completely wrong. The story goes, a instructor or teacher takes 12 kids into a tunnel, and they start doing cave exploring and cave crawling. Not spelunking, because apparently I had that wrong, but cave diving, but without the water. So they're squeezing through all of these nooks and crannies. They're getting into a spot. So one part of the story, all the kids go into a hole first, which doesn't make sense, right? There was a bunch of red flags from the beginning of the video. By the way AI said the 9th of November, it said 9th of November. It was weird. So I said, oh, this is AI rendered. So I'm thinking the story's real because I'm sticking with it. Now, there was a bunch of red flags in the story. Anyway, I researched the story, and it comes to find out that the story was fake. It was completely made up. And the story just didn't exist. It was actually the story of the 12 kids that were stuck in that cave in Thailand or Vietnam, whatever it was, and they completely rendered a different story. And the views on this is what got me intrigued. There had to be a few 100,000 views on this video of something that was completely made up and didn't exist. And they said it happened in Washington State. The story never existed. So now when I looked in the comment section to see how many people believed it, I went through a large percentage of the comment sections, not all of it, and out of what I saw, a large majority of the people, if not all of them, believed the story was true. Not one person in the comment section thought to question it. So of course, me being the dick that I am, I go, this story doesn't seem real. There's a lot of red flags. It seems fake. And then I went to look it up, and the story's not real. So we guys are going to see more of these kind of videos on YouTube. We're probably going to see more of these news stories, made up shit, pop up in the news. And newscasters are going to get caught with their pants down with a lot of fake stories. This is only going to get bad. And this, guys, is going to be how the World Economic Forum or NATO or WHO or the United States government gets more over on us. By putting AI stories that seem real out there to confuse us and get us all hooked up on it. This is why I say you got to be careful of what we're seeing, and we got to do the research. But at some point, they're even going to have AI reporting or AI writing these situations out that never existed. Mary Jean goes, I even check out your stories. And you should, Mary. No matter what I talk about, you guys should be double checking it. In case I got something wrong, or I was a little off, or there was another story that contradicted what I was talking about. You got to do your due diligence in researching this shit now, because you can't believe everything. Because there's shit out there that's just like 100% wrong. In fact, when you look online, these are not AI stories, but they're people that create situations that never happened. And then people in the comment sections like, that cop was an asshole. Why did that cop lock that guy up? The story's fake. And like, because I know how police officers operate and work, because I work with them, or work closely with them rather, there's a lot of stories out there that are just fake. And people are believing it. And people are like, that cop's being an asshole. I'm like, the story's not fucking real. It's not a real story. My friend sent me a story over, and she thought it was real. And I go, this is fake. I said, this is fake because, and I went down what cops don't do. And the fact that the lady got out of the car in her judge robe, I was like, that's fake. What judge is riding around her fucking robe in her car? None. They hang their robe up in the chambers. They don't drive around in the fucking car and get out of their robe, standing there like Superman going, well, I'm a judge. Who does that? She believed the story. And then I told her it was fake. And I said, in fact, I looked it up and I saw that people were saying it was fake and that other people believed it, but other people were saying it was fake, saying those two do a lot of those kind of shit together, rallying people up to get them upset. So now they're making up stories and people are getting upset and hating cops more for something that's fake. Cops are already hated enough. They don't need any more shit, and that's just lending to the fake shit we're seeing and we continuously see. So that being said, it's bad. And we got to be careful of all the shit we're seeing. Yeah, it was a liberal judge. She stepped out of the car like Superman. It was weird. It was the weirdest video you'll ever see. Like at first, I'm like, yeah, this seems real. This is kind of interesting. But then the cop breaks the taillights. I go, that's fake. There's no cop breaking taillights with their body camera on. Not one cop are doing that shit. Not anymore, anyway. You know? It's fucking bizarre. And people believe this shit. They easily believe this shit. That's the crazy shit about it. But real quick, I wanted to talk about this. Let's see if I can pull it up. Okay, so now there's a bunch of shit on what you call it. It's Canadian virtual hospice. I guess kids that are dealing with cancer and shit like that. Explaining medical assistant in dying or medical assistant in death, right? That's what MAID stands for, medical assistant in dying and or death. This is how they're getting kids to euthanize themselves or self-delete in Canada. And they're trying to make an argument for this shit that kids who were suffering from cancer or sexually assaulted in some way, shape, or form, they're trying to make this okay for these kids to use this as an option instead of saying, you know what, I dealt with the situation, I'm going to move forward. They're teaching kids not to move forward, they're teaching kids to fail. Again, this is in Canada, I can definitely see here. So for those that don't know, MAID, or medical assistant in dying, refers to the process where individuals can choose to end or delete themselves with medical help, often due to suffering from terminal illness, is why they would use it when discussing MAID with children and teens, it's important to provide honest, age-appropriate information and encourage open communication about their feelings and questions. And this comes out of Virtual Hospice of Canada. They're teaching kids about this shit. Should assisted dying be extended to minors? This is global news. Let's see what they have to say about it. Some experts are warning against it. This article, this is actually 2 years old, this article. But I just learned about this shit. And this has been around for a little bit, apparently. Somebody sent this to me earlier yesterday, and I just got around it today. But yeah, so these articles seem to be old. This one's a new one. Canada's assisted deleting targets kids and saves time on mental health appointments. This is how the article reads. This article came out yesterday. Writers has a healthy dose of cynicism, and she lived long enough to not be shocked by the most atrocious mankind created. But Canada's medical assistant in dying program makes her catch her breath with horrific, homicidal, and anti-life threats, right? So this article is pretty weird. It's written weird, actually. But I'm going to put it in the comment section. You guys can read it. So now, guys, they are teaching kids to, a roundabout way, be quitters. This is dangerous because this is in Canada. They're doing medical assistant deleting here in New York, and a lot of states are picking up on it, by the way. So it's only a matter of time. Yeah, Patty S., it's not fake news. I looked it up. It's fucking all over the place. Again, it started 2 years ago. I didn't know it went back that far. The article sounded kind of weird, but it's real. And it's by a Canadian Virtual Hospice. Matter of fact, I'll give you their link, and then you can tool around on it. Now, listen, guys, that is not to say, thank you, Patty, for putting this idea in my head. That is not to say that some of this shit may be made up so that they can have kids off themselves. Like, why would you give kids the option? And I didn't read anywhere where the age range was, but they kept saying children. So I don't know what that age range is. I don't know where it starts, where it ends. I guess kids is up to 18. So where does it start? How young is too young? That is fucking bananas. Now, obviously, I'm going to do a video on this in the next coming days when I do a little more research on it. But this is some bizarre shit. And there's a pamphlet floating around that says, made for children and teens. Why are they giving kids this option? Virtual hospice, sorry, let me pull it up again. It's a Canadian Virtual Hospice. Matter of fact, I'll just put this in here. And there's the videos at the bottom of the page, or close to the middle of the page, where it says, explaining made to children, children deserve honest communication, part A, part B, helping families with difficult conversations about made. Now, there's also talking to kids about parents who are choosing to go down that path. There's also an article on that. But there are also some articles that are saying they're opening it up to kids. So I do have to do a little more research on it, but it definitely sounds like they're looking to have kids do the self-deleting thing. Who judges social baseline behavior? I don't know. That's a good question. But let me put this in the comment section, see if you guys can read it. So, yeah, it's in the comment section. But now, I know that they're also talking to kids about parents who are doing this. Because parents are, it's seemingly a thing in Canada where they're offering themselves and leaving their kids behind, and they want to talk to the kids as to why their parent made the decision. But if I'm not mistaken, I got to look to see if they passed a law in Canada to allow kids to do that. So someone did bring up a good point, so I definitely got to dive a little deeper into this. But still, telling people, guys, that they can That's bizarre. That is the fucking most bizarre shit I've ever heard. Like I'm gonna leave my family behind because I can't handle whatever bullshit's going on in my head. That's insanity. But again, guys, being careful what you hear and see. That's the other part of doing more research behind shit. Because now, like for a lot of shit I talk about, I have to do more research in it, just because some things don't make sense. Like the maid shit for kids doesn't make sense. And I read the articles and I'm like, yeah, something doesn't seem right. So I got to dive a little deeper. But we're going to see, guys, more AI trickery, tomfoolery. We're definitely going to see AI. There was a student and a teacher just a week or two ago that had a video floating around the school of those two getting it on. And it was a girl, it was a female teacher and a female student. And the student was like 12 or 13 or some shit like that. And somebody made an AI video of both of them getting it on. And this video was circulating around the school. Now, obviously, whoever made it is in deep shit, might even go to jail behind it, because once you put a kid in it, it's considered child pornography. So, if that is the case, somebody's definitely going to jail behind it. But the teacher and the student were pissed off. And I'm like, and I get that you could be pissed off, but if it's not you in the video, this is the way of the future. Celebrities are going to have porn videos out on them. I've already seen a couple of them out there. And I'm like, holy shit, it looks like the person. Now, that reminds me of a movie, L.A. Confidential. I think some of you know I'm going to go with L.A. Confidential. When when the guy was selling prostitutes that looked like movie stars, right? And remember, he was getting them cut, nose broken, the whole 9 yards, so that they could look like Marilyn Monroe, or whoever it was back then. It wasn't Marilyn Monroe, but whoever it was back then, whatever movie star, they're doing that with fucking AI videos now. And now they can have AI videos of your kid and some other kid having sex. Meanwhile, they never had it. It never happened. Oh shit. But that fucking hurt. But this is the future. This is the kind of shit we're gonna see. You know, you're gonna see fucking boxing matches that didn't never happen. You're gonna see fights that never happened. And this is the future we're headed to. So now we can't believe everything we hear and see. And though our initial reaction is, for example, Trump shit. It's like the video that was circulating with the RFK saying that I am here to make sure there's no gay fat kids. Like that shit was a funny video. It's funny, but there were probably liberals who believed it. Matter of fact, I thought I saw somebody ranting and raving about it like it was true. You know, he's like, yes, I'm here to make sure there's no more fat gay kids, and you're gonna make sure they eat healthy. I thought that shit was hilarious. You know, but again, we got to be able to decipher bullshit from real. And if the media's already lying to us on a daily basis, the government's already lying to us on a daily basis, YouTube is allowing more bogus videos. Meanwhile, if you talk about the arm ticket in its true fashion and what it's doing, you can lose your entire channel. But you can make up whatever the fuck you want on YouTube about anything you want. Fucking bizarre. And this is the kind of shit, guys, that we are undoubtedly going to have a big problem. Did you hear, William, did you hear the pop? I hope you didn't hear that. That would be bad if you did. But, yeah. Yeah, everything's getting old, man. I get off the rig like an old man now. Off the fire truck, I'm like, where's my step ladder? You know, like when I get off, it's like, I used to jump off the rig like, ha, you know, like fucking Superman, boom, and land like, I can't do that anymore. I jump off the rig, I'm going to break an ankle or a hip. I'm going to start rolling around the fucking street screaming like an old man. And the fucking guy's going to circle around me and laugh at me before they call 911 to get me off the fucking street because I broke my hip because I jumped out of the rig. You can't do that shit anymore. You know, going up an aerial, fucking 5-story ladder, just climbing up the thing with all my shit on. By the time I get to the top, I'm like, now I got to go to work? Fuck. Firefighting is a young man's game. I remember when I was told that 20 years ago, and boy, are they fucking right. It's a young man's game. And you know, your arms creaking and cracking, and every time I move, it's something new that hurts. I'm like, holy shit, man. Just fucking take me to the glue factory or put me in an old age home. I'm done. I'm toast. I go to a fire now, like, and going to a fire is still fucking fun. But after operating for 20, 30 minutes, you're like, all right, I'm done. I'm going to get the fuck out of here, you know? But, if it's a heavy fire, if it's a good fire, you want to stay until you pass out. Like, there are fires where I will stay until you carry me the fuck out of here, you know? And there are other fires, I'm like, they're bullshit. I'm like, all right, it's done, it's over. Let me get the fuck out of here. Oh. But anyway, yeah, when you start getting rickety, guys, it's game over, especially in a job like that. Oh, Lexi, I sneezed the other day and I thought I fucking had a hernia. I was like, ah! I was like, holy shit. Yo, it blows, man. It really fucking blows. Everything fucking, like, it just, not that you're scared to do anything, like, because there's still dumb shit I do, but I'm 47. So there's things I shouldn't be doing, you know? But some days you just have to. But again, man, it fucking sucks. Just sucks getting old. There are days I just want to drink tea and watch an old black and white movie. And then other days I want to fucking, like, run the gauntlet. And then as soon as I say, I want to run the gauntlet, forget it. Done. Rhonda, happy birthday or happy early birthday. I get up in the morning, check my... You get up in the morning, check your pulse. I get up in the morning out of bed really fucking slow. It's like a slow motion movie watching me get out of bed because I'm like... Because I don't want to fucking break anything. Because every time I move, something's popping and clicking, and I'm like, I get out of bed to make sure, first of all, my feet still fucking work. And then I get up on my feet real slow because I don't want to collapse to the floor. Be screaming on the floor like, help, I can't get up. I'm in the back bedroom. No one's going to hear me back there. I'm going to fucking die. You sneeze. You feel the way I sneeze now. I feel like it's my last sneeze. You know, I feel like if I sneeze, I'm gonna black out. Like if you ever sneeze so hard that the fucking room started spinning. That's what happens now. I'm like, chill. I'm like, oh, I'm fucking dying. You know, you guys are gonna have to raise money and put me in a retirement home because that's where I'm fucking headed. It just sucks getting old. Everything fucking sucks getting old. You know, there's shit you still want to do, but then you rethink it. You know. Angry Andy Griffin. Yo, I'm saying, matter of fact, speaking of tea, I'm going to go have tea after this shit. I was going to go for a walk. I'm like, fuck that walk. I'm going to have some tea and go lay down. I'm going to watch Ozark, and then I'm going to lay down. I'm going to lay down and watch Golden Girls on my phone. That's the fucking ticket today. Golden Girls on my phone. Do old people shit, right? Watch Leave It to Beaver or Lassie. Watch some old shit when everything was nice and not crazy and fucking hectic like it is. I'm definitely going to get a life alert, Betty. Without a doubt. Life alerted up. I'm going to have the fucking bracelet, my watch, the thing to press on my chest. I'm going to have the device fucking every 5 feet away, so if I have to crawl to it, I can just tag it. I'm surprised life alert's not voice activated, you know? And the key word is, I can't get up. And then it activates this whole fucking emergency 911 system, gets everybody going so they can come and rescue you. That's going to be fucking me on the floor, laying there fucking all crippled and shit, screaming at this box to get me some help. It's fucking the bizarre shit. Angry life alert. Mary goes, I'm drinking chamomile tea. I'm about to drink some chamomile tea. Because that relaxes you, but... That does relax you, that's for sure. I'm going to have sleepy time. AI voice alert. Imagine AI voice alert. You're like, I can't get up. And AI goes, fuck you. For all that time you were talking shit about AI, you're going to lay on that floor and die. That's what AI is going to start doing to people. When you motherfucked us 30 years ago, you're going to die. I'm gonna get a little scooter to get around my apartment too. Why not? It just sucks, man. And again, the young kids in the firehouse, they're still challenging me. I had to do a box jump on the table about the height of this table, and guys are like, you can't do it. I'm like, I can't so fucking do it. No, you can't. You're fat and old. I'm like, fuck you. And then I did it, and everybody was like, oh shit, I still got it, dickheads. But I gotta stay on top of my game because these fucking young kids keep testing me. I'm definitely gonna break a hip or some shit. I told guys, I said, I will rip the fucking muscles out of my chest just to beat you fucking bags of shits. That's what I tell them all the time. I'm like, I am fucking breaking something. I'm going to win this competition. People like, I will get fucking hurt just to win. George Wentz died. Yes, George Wentz died. Yes, he did. The guy, Norm from Cheers, just passed away yesterday, I think it was. RJ, thank you for bringing that up. But anyway, I'm going to take my creaky bones and go get my cup of tea and see if any Golden Girl episodes are on. If not, it'll be Three's Company or some shit. It works just fine. Nice one, Johnny 308. All right, guys. Other than that, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it as always. I will see you guys Friday for the doubleheader. Other than that, see you guys later. Appreciate it. Thank you.